Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Infopedia, the world's first podcast dedicated to knowledge and information. I'm your co-host, Crage2.
I'm Frankie.
And I'm Teafed.
Today's topic is a topic that some are familiar with, others claim to be familiar with, and are experiencing the Dunning-Kruger effect, and others know nothing about. It's space. It's all around.
Once known as the final frontier, is since become a lot more known and a lot more understood. And a few people have actually been to space, but the few who have can tell us a lot about the way that we live today. But before we get started, how did everybody enjoy the Shen Yun performance from last time?
I didn't. I was stuck in the bathroom the whole time.
That's unfortunate. I thought it was great. There's all kinds of jumps, leaping, and there's like not a lot of communism involved, so that it was like before all of that happened, so it's kind of a lot of good history, a lot of good information that they didn't really teach you in school. And I don't know if you know, but they're sort of the Chinese women and dancers are kind of being persecuted in China because they're kind of like Beijing's kind of afraid of them, like we said, and it's a whole deal. Teafed, you were sick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got food poisoning somehow. There was like a salad in the fridge, and it was past the expiration date, but like
you can get more salad. You don't have to eat expired salad.
Well, I mean, it's wasteful if you don't like eat everything.
Yeah, you're right. So then eat it before it and well, to be honest with you, your sickness, you didn't miss much, but I will say the Shen Yun performance was really interesting because I didn't know about in China before communism. They had a phenomena known as going Chinese mode. And when individuals and performers go Chinese mode, they're able to jump really high and do the thing with their legs where they go parallel to each other at 180 degrees. And I commented on that before I saw the show, but it turns out that's pretty much the whole show. There's like not a lot else to talk about. They were really doing that the whole time. There was music, but the music was the same. It was 180 degree Chinese mode music the whole time. So disappointing perhaps, but educational definitely. In any case, I think it's time for some housekeeping regarding the status of Podcast Village. We have some important announcement. We have codified and codified and conglomerated and congealed the first ever podcast militia. That's right. Podcast Village is now armed. The armed forces of Podcast Village are here to protect us from invading forces and just keep in line all of the wonderful podcast citizens that we have working our hardest.
For any foreign entities tuning in, just can't stress enough that this is really more of like a gun club than anything. I wouldn't take it too seriously. Yes, we have outfits, but that's kind of just for fun. So I wouldn't worry too much about what we've got going on over here.
So here's the thing. I respect the opinions that my co-hosts have about the status of whether our militia is like a gun club or whether we're hardcore or not. But I just want to let you know that if you are planning on invading Podcast Village, then your gear, your teeth, and locks of your hair are going to make great additions to our war museum. So just remember, you're out of your element here, because in your world out there on the battlefields, you think you have what it takes, is you have all this experience. But in the battle of wits, in the battle of the mines that we're going to have in Podcast Village.
And there will be landmines, yes.
There will be landmines, which are mines that live in the land. They have thoughts and ideas that are about land. And it's more than anyone cares to explain, but that's really the top and the bottom of it. And if that's everything, then I think we need to immediately get on to our sponsor for the episode, which is, how do you say this?
Our sponsor today is NASA.
I might have to practice that a few times. Thank you to NASA.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you to our sponsor, NASA. Otherwise known as the No Ants in Space Association. This is a global organization that is so graciously funded by the United Nations to sort of ensure that we make sure our airlocks are all tight on the rockets, on the space station, so we don't have to deal with any infestations, because as we all know, the ants are relentless, and it's can be a problem. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly is NASA advertising? Well, they're proposing a business-to-business solution where if you are an exterminator business, especially truck-based, they are offering a sort of subsidy to be able to make your services specialized towards aircraft, and they will offer a training program to help you all along the way. So if you are an exterminator, perhaps you have a little mouse-shaped car, perhaps you have a little ant-shaped car, so just drive it up to NASA and they'll take it from there.
My favorite thing about NASA is the little vacuums that they're all equipped with. They got like this big backpack on, and they just suck everything right up. Only if it's an ant, though.
Another thing that they're trying to plug is that because they've been just catch and release with the ants, they're losing out on a lot of profit. And so it's been proposed recently that they have a new business venture where these ants can be deposited in a residential building for an exterminator to then go exterminate and wipe out all of them using chemical weapons of mass ant destruction. The benefit of this is that it pumps money into the local economies because houses become infested and food is lost and people lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Families spend all this money to get exterminators, which is good for the economy. Thank you, NASA. Everyone say it.
Thank you, NASA.
And now, with all that out of the way, let's move on to the main show.
Well, everyone, I hope you're excited because we sent Intern Ivwy on another mission to space. In accordance with the theme of this episode, Intern Ivwy is boarded on a little rocket that's going straight to TEAfLNK. TEAfLNK is TEAfNet's satellite broadcasting mechanism.
It's a space station right here in low orbit of the beautiful planet Earth. TEAfLNK is home to the world's largest quantity of space-faring pudding. Pudding is an important ingredient for space-related travel and entertainment, and TEAfLNK serves as the primary liaison for all of the pudding fans of outer space and beyond.
I don't know. I don't know why people keep saying this, but I keep telling them about TEAfLNK, and they keep trying to say that there's pudding on it. And there's not any.
There's a whole room.
There's not a pudding room on it.
There's a whole pudding room.
There's not a pudding room. I made the.
Hold on, can I talk to you for a second? If there's no pudding room, then why
what do they have to eat?
Well, you're not gonna have anything to give tours of.
It's an unmanned aircraft. There's no reason to.
It's a space station or something.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah, you don't need pudding in space.
You do, because how else you can't chew in space.
You had the whole plan. So why is she there then?
Yeah.
To do a tour.
Oh, okay.
Of the place.
Of the place.
Of the whole place.
All of the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Including the
with
pudding
no
room.
pudding room.
There's no pudding room.
All right, I don't like it, but I guess we already built this. I signed on the documents. I
feel lied to, but okay.
Well, looks like we're receiving a transmission from Intern Ivwy, who is joining us via asynchronous communication live from TEAfLNK, the wonderful satellite that we love.
Hey, listeners, it's me, Intern Ivwy. I'm on my way in the Infopedia rocket. There's not a lot of space in here, to be honest. I'm kind of scrunched up in this little I don't even know what you'd call this little, I want to call it a cell, but that just sounds, anyways, stay with me as I dock into TEAfLNK station. As you can hear from the hissing of the doors, we've successfully made a pressurized docking of the station. I don't know why they need an entire space station to just post a podcast on the internet, but I'm supposed to get a grand tour of the station. I honestly have no idea what they're actually going to be showing me, because from what I've heard, it's mostly just a broadcasting station of some kind.
Welcome to TEAfLNK. Please proceed to processing in Airlock A.
Airlock A? Why are there so many doors? This is like such a small docking. Oh, hold on, wait, I gotta... Airlock
It's labeled
4,
on the door.
Airlock A. Here it is. Alright, just step in. Oh, no. Oh, is it supposed to feel like this?
Welcome to TEAfLNK, the world's first podcast satellite. Located in scenic outer space, TEAfLNK will be your home for the next 7 years. Together, we can make podcasting incredible for everyone.
Great.
Please remove all articles of clothing and personal belongings into the personal belonging and article of clothing disposal receptacle located at the bottom of this 49-foot pit.
Like, all of my like, what I'm wearing right now? I don't want to do that.
Incredible. Please remove all articles of clothing and personal belongings into the personal belonging and article of clothing disposal receptacle.
I only have the one suit.
Remove all articles of clothing. Incredible.
Do I seriously have to do this? Like, really? Like, I'm not even on the station yet, and you are already fucking with me. Sorry, I shouldn't swear.
Incredible.
I'm getting my things back, right? Like, this is at the end of the tour or something, because like my wallet, my keys, like, maybe I shouldn't have brought that stuff into space. Like, I don't really know what I was thinking with that. Like, maybe that's on me. No, it's not on me. Why do I have to drop all my stuff into a bottomless pit?
49-foot. Incredible.
Alright, yeah, ooh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll put my phone down there.
Incredible.
Yeah, there it goes. Great.
Warning, non-TEAfLNK personnel articles detected in bottomless 49-foot pit. Articles of clothing unauthorized to be disposed of will be disposed of promptly.
Alright, I guess...
Attention all tour guests. Please don the personal protective space equipment and hyperspace Teafed brand Teafed helmet and space shoes.
Get this suit on.
Now loading. Please queue in front of the pod bay doors.
Oh, it's kind of...
Rebreathing.
It's kind of nice.
Air purification system at 1%. Air purification systems 29. Air purification systems 30%. Warning, failure to comply detected in the cabin. Air purification system at 0%.
Wait, what?
Air purification system at
listeners,
0%.
You know what? Fine, whatever. I'm the bigger person. I'm just gonna put on the clown shoes, and I'm gonna get on this stupid station.
Depressurization sequence beginning. Opening module. Doors unlocked. Door opening percentage at 0.61.
I think this is gonna take a while.
Air purification system at
I'll be back with you in a little bit.
So, to begin the show, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of space and the Earth's place in space. For many generations, we thought that the Earth was flat. Maybe a circle, maybe a square, but flat nonetheless. Since then, our perception of the Earth has shifted towards being a round sphere that orbits the sun in an elliptical orbit that enables us to experience the seasons, different years, and all sorts of fun astrological phenomena. But there's something more than meets the eye to these two conflicting ideas. Not only is the Earth round now, but it was actually flat back then. Back in those days, Albert Galileo performed the first experiment where he decided to put two sticks in the ground and look at their shadow. He concluded that the shadows were the same length at the same time of day. They're pretty close. They were like right next to each other. So no curvature could be detected on the Earth. And that's the way it was for thousands of years. This experiment had a 100% repeatability ratio, which means it was repeated 100% of the time. And that's all we knew until the 1950s came around and the Earth was rocked by atomic warfare that nearly wiped out all life on planet Earth, which also taught us a valuable lesson about the heliocentric theory. At this time period, it was discovered that not only was the Earth shifting in shape, but had already been shifting in space or in shape for over 100 years. And at this point, it had just reached its roundest. And the only reason we were able to detect that is because the first ICBM missed and flew all the way around the world in a trajectory that was a straight line, but could only have been accomplished if the Earth was a spherical object. And that was the first known time when people realized that sometimes two things will be different when it's different amounts of time between them.
Now, the Earth may have started out as flat and then became round, but did you know that the Earth is slowly shifting to become flat again? You see, as gravitational forces act upon the equator of the Earth is stretching slowly but surely into an ellipse shape. And before long, it'll become flat once again.
When the Earth returns to flatland, or when the Earth returns to its flattest state, it's, I guess the only way that you could kind of imagine it turning from a sphere into a flat world would be by squishing it, but that's not quite the case, because before we figured out that the Earth was round, the flat Earth theory posited, which is a fancy word for suggest, that the flatness continued on ad infinitum, which means for infinity. And this also holds for the underground, because there is no bottom to the ground. It's not a disc or a plate. It's two sides. Either there's the air side and then the earth and water side.
Now, what about those stars? Many scientists had speculated until recent history that they were burning balls of gas, hundreds of millions of a lot of miles away from planet Earth, that could only be seen through the naked eye in a dark place like my room at night or in the desert. Many people have speculated that the stars are projectors, projecting our lives down onto this planet Earth. In times like these, everybody wants a double feature. Everyone wants to be their own teacher. But we have to remember that although the stars are beautiful, we have the ultimate jurisdiction over the life that we live on this planet. And if we were to lose that ability in any capacity, large or small, it would cause immense repercussions that could possibly end life as we know it on our beautiful planet Earth and create life as we don't know it on a much boring, smaller planet somewhere else.
Some cultures, like the Nazca in South America, thought that the night sky was a big old blanket that a trickster put over the sky and Earth, and that the stars were not in fact entities but a lack thereof. They were simply pinholes in the fabric that was covering the daytime to become the night.
But now, science and spirituality have taught us new facts about our celestial neighbors.
Well, not just science and spirituality, but rigorous, real, hard, down-to-earth, except up-in-the-earth engineering. We first discovered that the stars that we witness in the sky today actually aren't faraway suns, but are rather
souls.
Objects of
spirits of the dead.
Well, we don't quite know if they're spirits, like objectively, but
yes, like Courage 2 said, once people thought that stars were just big kind of balls of fart way far away, and science and spirituality points to the fact that stars are actually the long lost souls of our ancestors. And if you don't believe me, then how come is it that when my grandpappy died, there was a new one?
Door opening percentage at 98%. Door opening percentage at 100%. Please proceed through the door immediately.
Listeners, the door just opened, and there's literally just a brick wall behind this door.
Please proceed through the door immediately.
There's a little, dingy metal tunnel it opens up into. It looks like a vent or something.
Are you still there?
Is this really how I'm supposed to get on the station? Is through an air vent?
Are you still there?
I mean, you guys know how these people operate by now.
Are you still there?
All right, let's see what's in here.
All tour guests, please proceed to TEAfLNK Station. Thank you for visiting TEAfLNK.
We're just gonna. Oh, jeez. I almost fit, but these shoes are a little big. Let me just. Okay. All right. Let's army crawl through this tunnel, I guess, and see what's on the other side. Gee, there's a bunch of wires in here. I'm like, okay. I don't think it's broadcasting to you TV listeners at the moment, but this place is like tiny. I don't think this is made for people to be in. I'm literally like moving wires out of my way, like cobwebs. There's a bunch of like trash. I feel like this is a huge, like, just a fire risk. Like, why would you put this in space? Somebody been on here? They didn't clean up after themselves. I thought at least I was told that there was nobody on the station, that this was gonna be like a guided. I mean, everything else has been like automated so far, but there's like, there's a bunch of like Campbell's cans everywhere. There's, oh, what did I just touch? Oh, it's a tissue. Gross. What the? There's like a bunch of cough drops and. Hold on, I think this is opening up into bigger. Yeah, I can actually stand up now.
Emergency systems online. Levy activated.
Oh, hold on. Who is this? Is this someone on board?
My name's Levy, and I'm here to answer any and all questions you might have on this tour of TEAfLNK.
Alright.
This alluring tone has been chosen and curated specifically to act as a social lubricant to the tour.
Okay. Well, alright listeners, this room that I'm in, it kind of seems like a lobby for this space station. I mean, there's not a whole lot in here. There's only two things besides the door at the other end. It's just a chair and like a pamphlet stand, and there's a bowl of chicken soup. It's still warm. Is that for me? There's a pamphlet stand over here. A lot of them are scattered on the floor, but there's still one on the stand over here. Let's see if there's anything that has any information that would be helpful. There's pictures, and honestly the station looks a lot nicer than these. Okay, let me read this for you. TEAfLNK Station, the broadcasting station of the future. Come to TEAfLNK Station, where our motto is simply wonderful. Next page. Oh. There's, how do I say this? There's a drawing on this. It looks like somebody doodled on it. It's the info crew, but all their eyes are crossed out, and it looks like their noses are running or something. That's creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Levy, is there anybody on this station other than me?
One TEAfNet employee detected. Employee code 7999. Teafed.
Teafed? She was at the launch, though. There's no way that's true. Alright, let's move on. It seems like there's a big doorway here. It's already open, so it's really the only way forward. Just to paint you a little picture, listeners, it seems really long. It's just this kind of hallway with this grated metal kind of floor. There's like greenery, like grass and brambles, and all the walls are lined with these tubes transporting this white liquid. It seems like they're feeding into the ground and across the floor, just everywhere really. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this room actually smells delicious, like vanilla and I don't know, something sweet. Levy, why does it smell so good in here?
What a great question. The oxygen on this station is created from the flora you see all around you. These pipes are filled with our premium, patent-pending Teafed pudding. The pudding is loaded with chlorophyll that gives it its wonderful scent. Not only do the flora of TEAfLNK station provide oxygen, they also provide electricity for the station.
It kind of goes on for a while.
The tour starts at the end of this 2.3-kilometer hallway.
Seriously? 2.3 kilometers?
I'll see you there.
It wasn't even that long from the outside. This is gonna take forever.
That's rich coming from someone who hiked on a mountain in China. 2.3 kilometers should be nothing compared to that.
I'm gonna have to... Alright, listeners, I'll catch up with you at the end of the hallway.
See you in the next segment, listener.
So how do you know if a star is a soul? It's very simple. You go up there, you knock on the door, and you just ask, hey, what's going on up here? And this wasn't even possible until the 1960s. In the 1960s, the first manned space mission brought us to the edge of space, where we discovered something unbelievable about our celestial neighbors, the stars. The stars, first of all, not hundreds of thousands of years away. They're in the ionosphere. They're like in the edge of space. You can actually, like, some people speculate that ancient civilizations might have been able to jump up from the high, tall buildings and mountains to reach the wonderful stars above and communicate with their ancestors, which is how they remembered it, like long lost passwords, how they resolved issues with like living trusts that weren't completely figured out. That's how they figured out later on if you were like cheating on me while you were alive. But that's not, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, because for me, the most important part is that the more dead people there are, the more beautiful stars we'll have in the sky. And in places that suffer from dense overpopulation, the night sky can be as beautiful as a glittering diamond chiseled from the finest carbon lattices the Earth has ever produced.
Here's a fun fact for you. Before we were able to reach the stars technologically, we were able to access conversations with those stars and souls via something called astral projection. The etymological origins of astral projection actually have the word star right there within it. That's because at night, we would separate our souls and we would go up and say, hey guys, so what's cracking up here? And then in the morning, as we awoke, we probably didn't remember, because not a lot of people remember their dreams unless you're kind of special. So,
have any of you guys done astral projection before?
yeah, yes. And I love it so much.
Personally, every attempt that I've had to astral project has released a very dark and twisted...
Astral project, more like asshole project.
Hey!
Yeah, you're sounding like with the voice like that. You're sort of asshole projecting right now. But I had a wonderful astral projection experience one time that came to me in a time when I thought that I was dreaming. In this astral projection, I flew over my parents' house where I was sleeping, and I saw a wonderful world below me, all of the city lights and wonderful suburban sprawl of my hometown. And I immediately went towards the crossroads of Laguna Canyon Road and the 73 toll road. I saw a congregation of souls. It was kind of like Burning Man, but they were angry at me because I was way more annoying than they were, which contrasts with Burning Man. In this place, they told me, if you want to have a fun time, boy, do I have a spot for you. Directing me over to a large building in the distance, they said, this is where you want to hang out if you want to have a great time. I decided to listen to them because I couldn't sense that they really just wanted me gone and perhaps wanted me dead in the first place. Because as soon as I crossed the threshold into this building, a black haze enveloped my body like smoke. And I found myself in what appeared to be a burning hospital building from which I was no longer able to escape. My flying abilities had been stripped from me, and I was now grounded on like the 20th floor of this wonderful burning hospital where people were choking with smoke and shuffling with horrible hunched posture into rooms. And it was there that I met an elderly, morbidly obese Iraqi man who explained to me that he needed some water, and if he didn't get any water, he wasn't going to last much longer. And in my attempt to find water, my astral projection connection was severed, And I realized at that point that those wonderful astral projecting souls had sent me to a real life hospice facility where hundreds of infirmed patients were simply awaiting their souls to be parted from this world to the next to become stars themselves.
Wow, that's really cool. I also astral projected when I went to the clouds and saw my grandpa, and then he said, you know, Teafed, remember, I'm always watching down on you. And I said, okay, thanks, Grandpa. Then we gave ourselves a hug, and I woke up from that wonderful astral projection journey. So that is all to say, we basically discovered that these stars are actually little lights that are hovering around the ozone layer, which means that when we first broke that barrier and took at the wide world beyond, what we saw was nothing but inky black darkness, with the exception of the sun and the planets and a couple of various comets and asteroids. We found out that we were alone in the universe.
One of the greatest unsolved problems. Do the other planets have stars too? After exploring the wobbly North Star, which points north most of the time, we look towards Venus, which has been discovered to be the world's most boring planet. And in that lovely...
Sorry, the world's most boring planet. Sorry, go ahead.
With this newfound perspective and observation station, we were able to deduce that Venus had no stars. And when you think about it, that's sort of how we all go through this life. We're born with no conscience. We're born with nothing to our name but the body that we inhabit and the soul we've yet to develop. In a way, we can all look to Venus as a precursor to the horrible maldignation and intoxication that we suffer as citizens of this fucked up planet that we hate.
So as many know, but few have discovered firsthand, there is in fact an anatomical structure to the sky and space. These different layers are known as firmaments and can be found of evidence as early back as the Genesis of the Bible. It was said that in the olden days, there was only one firmament. Everything was kind of made of the same stuff. And then some stuff happened, and then similar to a zygote, the firmaments replicated themselves with different physical properties. The more dense air sank to what's closest to the Earth's surface, and the least dense air floated up to the heavens. Now, past that, when there's no more oxygen, that's space.
You have arrived at the Antlock chamber.
Finally here. Oh my god, that was a long walk. Hey listeners, I'm here at the beginning of the tour, at the end of the infinitely long hallway, or I guess it wasn't infinitely long, but it felt like it. There's a door. It's shaped like a giant ant. It's pretty dark here. It seemed like the longer this hallway went on, the darker it got. I could swear there's windows that I passed by, and I thought I saw someone moving in there. I'm a little freaked out right now, but I think it's just the nerves, or maybe it's just really overpowering smell of pudding. I don't even know what the station is for anymore, listeners. Ivwy, what am I supposed to be doing in here?
You have been assigned to take a tour of this station. Please step through the ant-shaped threshold.
Alright, listeners, let's see what's on the other side of this stupid ant door. It's really, really dark in there.
Please step into the Antlock chamber.
But, I guess I came this far. I don't really have a choice. Is there a light switch or something? I can't see a thing in here. Oh shit.
Welcome to the Antlock chamber. Your behavior and psychological profile will be analyzed to create the perfect customized tour just for you.
Levy?
Failure to complete this assessment, participate, or pass this assessment
Am I locked in
will
here?
result in your immediate jettison from TEAfLNK station. Good luck.
What am I supposed to be doing in here? Hello? Great. Okay, I think I found a light switch. Ants, there's like
Warning.
a swarm of ants pouring in
Bug
from the
event
vents.
detected.
There's like ants
Bug
coming from
event
like every
detected.
single entrance to
Tour
this room.
guests remain calm.
Wait, what am I supposed to
Anti-bug
do?
measures will be administered.
Oh.
Now deploying anti-bug countermeasures.
Oh, God.
Please proceed to the NASA provided anti-insect containment gear room.
I hate these bugs.
Personal problem detected.
I feel like this whole NASA thing doesn't really make sense if you send them to space.
It's where the gear is.
What even is this? This is like, how is this gonna
The
help?
gear.
Okay, I'll put on this gear.
Great job. Thank you for donning the NASA anti-insect containment gear. Please proceed to contain the insects.
Okay, it's just a bunch of toothbrushes. What am I supposed to do? I just brush off the ants with these, or?
Scrub levels at critical low performance.
Alright, I guess I just give them a scrubbing. Oh, it's leaving this like stain on my suit.
Personal problem detected.
It's not.
Note to all personnel.
Oh, the ants are going crazy for it. What the? I think they like. What is this?
Ant pheromones detected. Please verify that ant pheromone technology has not been selected instead of the anti-ant technology. They're labeled.
Alright, I'll try this one right here. It's blue. Alright. Yeah. Oh, they're catching on fire. That one's leaving a stain too.
Personal problem detected. This concludes the exercise in NASA's anti-insect training facility. Your score is
seen scored.
0.01 percentile. Congratulations. You are in the 99th quartile of performance. Come back next year to try to improve your score. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, no, this is actually, hold on, listeners, this is actually kind of sick. There's a Teafed pinata. Okay. Oh, okay, listeners, I'm gonna smack the Teafed pinata. Hold on, wait. This is gonna be a good one. Oh my god, the pinata was full of ants too? Whoa, what is that?
Reactor at critical
A nuclear meltdown? What? Seriously? Right now? Info crew? Hello? Is somebody hearing this? This is like an emergency. Oh shit! I'm not getting anything back. Computer?
Sorry, did you have questions about
Olivia, what do I do? What do I do? Is there an escape pod or?
Please turn 180 degrees and locate a door called Pudding Room.
Okay, the pudding room. I'm heading over now. Wait, why did you? What am I supposed to do in a pudding room? Hold on.
Please wade through at least 4 feet of the delicious tea-fed pudding.
Do I really have to? Seriously, like this?
It's the only way to stop the nuclear meltdown.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna... Oh, it's so thick. Why is it...
Once you are waist deep within the pudding room, please proceed to lower your hands.
I'm just really...
Listen to me. Once you have reached waist depth in the pudding room, please proceed to put your hands in the pudding and slurp it from your hands.
Oh, God, why is it so thick? Didn't they say this was made
The
from,
main
like...
ingredient in tea-fed pudding is tea-fed milk.
Like, what does that even... Oh, this is disgusting. You are all disgusting. Oh... Do I really have to? I mean...
I'm sorry, do you want to survive this nuclear meltdown? Or do you want to perish? Because to me, a lady, a computer, It matters not. Either way, you'll just become food for the daisies. And maybe a limited edition flavor of Teafed pudding.
Alright, I'll try a little bit. I'll just try. If it's like if I just hold my breath. Why is that good? Why is...
There, isn't that good?
Shut up. Alright, so this isn't so bad. Okay, whatever. How much do I have to eat?
You have to eat 1 quart.
A quart? I can't...
Every molecule of Teafed pudding has been carefully curated to be the most delicious pudding in and out of the atmosphere.
No, it is good though. It is good.
Nuclear meltdown avoided. Radioactive waste has now reached underneath critical thresholds.
I can't even place the flavor. It's kind of indescribable.
Side effects of Teafed pudding include inability to run that fast, being scared at a lot of stuff that doesn't normally scare you.
Great.
And potential sensory anomalies.
Awesome. I think I'm gonna go puke.
My programming is telling me that you may not. This will offset the radioactive waste back to nuclear danger levels. Just hold it in if you can.
That was way too much pudding. Ivwy, are you sure I can't just
Thank you for Ivwy.
Is there
Thank you for tour.
toilet or something nearby?
Thank you for
Ivwy?
Teafed. Teafed.
Ivwy?
Infopedia. Marimba Utopia.
Ivwy?
Insufficient power for Ivwy systems.
Ivwy?
Powering down.
Oh, this pudding's all over me. Who's there? Teafed? Wait, huh?
What?
How did you get here?
Oh, the pudding, it's gone. I guess if there's, no more pudding, I guess I'm just gonna, have to eat you. Sorry.
What's happening to your mouth? Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ! No.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, listeners. It seems like Intern Ivvy's having a little bit too much fun playing around and seems to have messed up TEAfLNK's communication abilities. I think we're gonna have to restart the satellite. I think we're gonna have to restart the station, and that's gonna take a while. That's gonna take like 2 weeks. That's gonna take like 2 weeks. So, Intern Ivwy, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to keep you up there. I know she can't hear me. I know you can't hear me, Intern Ivwy, but we're gonna have to keep you up there for 2 weeks. So just hang tight, and we'll see you there. And we'll so just saying. I'm so sorry, listeners. It seems like we're having some interference from Intern Ivwy. I think that I'm
afraid that due to the constraints that we have, very strict constraints for the length of the episodes, we're gonna have to call this one. And I think this might be our first and hopefully last 2-part episode. I hope that you'll all tune in next episode where we continue to talk about the first manned space missions, what it's like to be in a space chute, and why was it that the Mona Lisa was blasted to Pluto.
Yeah, looks like we gotta reboot the ship, so which is fine, but stay tuned. Before we go, we do have listener mail. This letter comes to us from Heath Clover. He say, "Hey crew, I did one of your little time exploits at the equator and where it meets the international dateline, went through the magma core, came out the other side a year in the future, and I found a cool episode that you guys did about window treatments. Now, the problem is that there's not 2 kinds of blinds, there's 3. There's horizontal slippies, there's vertical flippies,
Phoenician.
and Phoenician. How could you forget about Phoenician? Do you guys not care about Arizona? Well, Heath, I don't know how you managed to do that. I mean, I think we've said multiple times to please stop sending us letters about things that are either currently happening right now with the foresight that you gain from going into the future, or any future episodes. The thing is that we didn't even know we were doing a window treatments episode, and now, to avoid a sort of paradox, we're now kind of forced to do a window treatments episode, and to be honest, that sounds really boring as fuck. So I don't so thank you for dooming us to an episode. I would appreciate if you could compensate us, because we did not ask for a topic like that. We never would. So thank you to Heath. Are you happy with yourself? Because you should be. Well, that just about does it for part 1 of our space episode. Thanks again to our sponsor, NASA, for their sponsorship of us. And remember, if your job is to spray children on your poison and food, then please run, don't walk to the phone and give NASA a call at 898-599-9926. Thank you.
That's about going to do it for the show, I believe. We better go restart the space station before something happens to Intern Ivwy up there. I hope.
I already sent the signal.
Okay, well, we only have a few minutes because our audio signal travels faster than the control voltages. So we have a few precious seconds that we can finish our recording before the broadcast gets cut off. So we'll have to do this really fast. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Crash2, and this has been an awesome TEAfLNK production, and I get to do it this time.
Thank you to Marimba Utopia for the use of their theme song, Explore.
I'm Crash2.
I'm Frankie.
And I'm Teafed.
Stand up.